From haystacks to ocean waves.
I tell you, it's all the same.
We might need some birds in there, or sailboats or something.
Ah, there you go, smart girl. That's why you win all the big awards now, I hear.
Oh, well, it's I am competing. You are competing against the instructors there, so
There
they
you go.
they exhibit their stuff.
All right. Well, good for you.
That's right. So
It really is,
it's
They're showing.
I think it's good to do, you know, because it challenges you. It makes you try to get better.
Right.
You know.
That or become a laughing stock. And no one wants to be a laugh.
I can just like my own paintings. That's fine.
I know. We all could. We all could. But, you're taking this class to learn something, and I want to teach it as best as possible. And you guys seem like it's working for you.
Well,
everybody else off the stick.
Kathleen is selling her paintings, and
that's true,
and others. So
yeah,
Lori Tucker, she's been winning awards at DuPage. She had her own show there.
Yeah, she doesn't need me though. She's pretty good. She's good on her own too. We did force Linda at least to move from Chicago to Florida for better, easier competition down there.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm sure it is. She's probably cleaning up down there.
Yeah.
She's not talking to
cleaning up my kitchen.
That's what we figured. You were doing something very important.
Yeah, that in my sock drawer.
Are you liking it there, Linda? Are you liking it in Jacksonville?
Yes, I didn't like it a week ago, but I can't complain to anyone in the north about weather here. But you very quickly get used to having warm weather all the time. And when the freeze came through, it was
how fast you change. How fast those Canadians change.
Exactly. Our blood gets thin or thick. I don't know what, but no, I really do love this weather.
Oh, good.
Things I don't love, but I do love the weather. Yeah.
And you've made some good friends, I hope.
I have. Yep. Good. I have. And I have my aunt and uncle over in Tallahassee. They don't have any kids, so I go and see them regularly. Oh, so that's great. Yeah.
That's fun. Oh, we miss going to Florida.
Yeah.
We haven't been there since 2017.
Really?
This didn't work out. I mean, we were going to go January 31st on 2020.
Oh,
yes, they started shutting everything down.
Right.
They knew you were coming. Right?
Uh-oh, here comes Lynette.
No,
close the lights, close the drapes.
It was cold. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, but we miss it. We love it. So
yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Well, let's see. It's getting close. What time we got here? Oh, there's the clock. So we'll just talk about this first one here a little bit. We did last week the palette knife exercise. There were some very good ones that came out of the class again. It's always exciting to see what a knife can do. Sometimes you just kind of forget how simple some things can be and how just have this boldness to them. And that's really what I liked. I liked seeing. I think I put Lori's up today because I finally saw it and I said, "Wow, there's some beautiful colors in here." And her drawing was way off, but she made it up with some really beautiful design work and some other stuff. Her drawing wasn't that bad. I was just kidding because she finally showed up. I just started talking about her. She finally shows up. So anyway, that I thought the colors were very nice and stuff. So on this one too, I told you if you use burnt umber in your paints like we did, it'll be dry. and mine is dry. I can't believe it. I mean, this is thick paint and it's dry. At least dry to the touch. You know, I can touch it like that, and that's pretty impressive. Especially in the winter up here right now. It's just like getting a painting to dry is pretty tough to do right now. And I still have wet ones that are, you know, a month old, so can't go anywhere. One of the things I did up here, I did color paint the background, put it in, but then I said afterwards, I said it just didn't get the I like the thinness of the canvas with just a little raw color on it. So what I did is I just basically used my knife, not my knife, but I used my rubber paint eraser and just kind of just pulled it all back out and tried to leave some marks and let it be. That counts too. You can do that too. So there's always a few different ways to manipulate things. But today we're going to be moving on from, not that fast though, from palette knife. We still got some work to do. So I'm going to put it away. All right, and we're moving on to a wave. This wave, I'm not exactly sure if it's the Florida wave or not, but you know, we're waving to our Florida people. There you go. We'll talk about it. I'm going to pull it up and we'll talk about it. That'll be the easiest thing to do. I did have it. Wow. All right. They are our waves. It's really, you know, these things all kind of move in one line. You know, that's the thing, is they're one really long line of one wave at a time. You know, they all just kind of just buckle a little bit. So about this one, you know, values are going to be very key into painting this. How dark we can get and how light you can get. Sometimes darker is better, because if we can get into these areas in here, in the shadow areas and things like that, get them a little bit stronger, even like maybe to eighths, you know, not too much. Eighths mixed with a little, you know, regular tens would be great. Probably, you know, get some translucency built up. That's what I want to try and do. Is this is very translucent, so we're going to be painting translucency plus trying to get air into our paintings today. So but we're also going to be revisiting the palette knife. There are some beautiful little marks, as you can see at the tops of these things, just where I'm running my finger. Those are perfect for palette knife, little gestures, you know, little things just like whoosh. Also, little things in the water, you know, just little squirrely little lines and stuff. Beautiful, be able to grab some paint and you just use your knife and swirl it around. A lot of times it looks really just like it. I mean, it can really have a nice effect. So the palette knife will be working with, but that is going to be probably near the end, because it's going to be in the later, heavier paint set part of the painting, and we won't see it till then. So let me see this. Okay, the color version. All right, yeah, beautiful colors. Like I said, we're gonna, values are in here, gonna be kind of dark. I want to keep it rich but dark, a little warm, you know, because that's what's going to key off this translucent warmth, you know, this that yellow green, and make it pop. So it should be a lot of fun. Back in here, we don't see much back in here, right? It's pretty boring. Damn, what, you know, if we had a sailboat, we knew how to, you know, paint a sail or a sailboat back there, you know, you could loosen that up. Or if you knew how to paint a seagull or something like that, you know, if you had chickens, yes. Or if we painted a chicken,
Cows,
you know, and cows, we know how to paint cows and chickens. that's what you can do. I mean, if you wanted to find one and put one in, down in here, would be nice. I do have some egrets and stuff from old paintings. If you want them, I can always send them out to you. I know we have a nice white one, but this crashing wave is, what I was, we haven't done any crashing waves. So I figured this might be a good time to do it. Give everybody, a chance to cool off from palette knife and, really see what else we can do here. But, there's going to be a lot of, finding out, and palette knife worked out pretty well. It's just going to be, laying in the colors, from their darks to their lights, and getting the softness. This is kind of cool. I always like this kind of cloud of softness you're getting this spray. And we'll have to play with it a few different ways. I mean, this is an easy, finger smudge, just you put the paint down, just smudge it back, and now that could work really well. Thing is, good clean fingers, that's what we'll need. And, don't play with it too much. Sometimes you got to just live with this, what hap comes out. And that's what we're looking for. Just, make it work. Yeah, like I said, definitely you could put something back here. I'm going to put something back here. I'm going to put something probably back in here. I'm not sure what. I could definitely put something from Mackinac back in here and probably be able to sell it up in Mackinac if I put I'm thinking the lighthouse back there. Or you could also put the bridge in there for me. There can be some other uses for this. You could also put, just like I said, all you need is little teeny triangles put back in there, a couple boats, and you have it too. It's just you don't even see the boats. Usually the boats are just a scraping of a line, look for a little shadow, maybe, following the shadow of the waves here. So it's that kind of thing. You just have a little shadow coming off these things, and they'll sit back in place. And as long as you got enough commotion up front, you won't be able to see back there as much. Always a good little thing to look at. Okay. Color wise, yeah, I love the yellow greens and the blue greens, and the then you got the aqua colors with the blue and green coming and mixing together. A lot of blue and greens and purples, a lot of cool colors in these the shadow areas. And then you get the warmth just starting to come through at the top part of the wave here. Starts to come over. And that's where you can start to see the yellow whites kind of popping out here. You can also have a little bit of green in them too, which is really good too. So you don't have to have. So you have a few high key colors that we can, play off of instead of just playing off of just yellow white, which is okay, but it just gets kind of really flat after a while if you use it too many places. You can only use it like at three small places, and then everything else has to be pinks and purples, and greens. They can't be that yellow white. They can't go that high anymore, or just everything just kind of just gets to be the sameness, and just gets a little, just doesn't work. It works, but not a very thought out way, I guess. It's just, so I want to push that on you a little bit too when we get going. You got some nice values of foam in here. You got this letter H floating in the water. I'm not the H4, but hey, maybe, that's the thing. Just see the shapes, knowing that that's a shape, and there's another shape that goes here, and as long as you don't feed it in there too heavily, and make everybody else know exactly it's an H. That's what I always look for. But also look for cools and warms. This is a very interesting area down here. You do have this foam in here this light foam that is very cool, blues and purples, and then it kind of goes to warmer greens in here. So that's, out of the shadow, it becomes like a warmer green, which is sea green, which probably phthalo green and it's phthalo green. I think we're just going to paint this whole thing in just phthalo green and forget about any other colors. The sky itself, is that boring or what? Right?
Not all in phthalo green, please, Jim.
You want to get it all over your hands again. We don't have to do it on the knife this time. Anyway, yeah, well, it's in here a lot. It's gonna be still in here. I'm sorry to, yeah, but this is it. We have to get some water in, and this is a good one for it. It's hard to get away without phthalo green and water sometimes. The sky back there is very boring, very boring. I'm like the cool thing is the wave has some splash that's at least catching going up there enough to make it interesting, to break that horizon line, which is very very harsh. You look at that line, you can see that there is it looks like it's almost cut out, and I did not do this. This is just something that's just the way it is. I would definitely think about softening that line and keeping it from being so strong. Okay. Otherwise, everything else I think we can handle. To be some nice things, because you do just the lights and the cools and warms against this one, and dark lights and darks. It's it's only a wave, but you have to put. I would say the first thing I want to tell you to do is when you put these things in, put them in like you mean it. I mean, this is the one where you want to be aggressive when you put these strokes in. You want to be just, put them in. Don't worry where they end up. Put them in and then cover up the stuff afterwards. But it's really most important that when you put these these strokes in there, you just put some force into it and just pull it and twist as you go. I can already see it. It's going to be fun. All right. That is about it. All I have to say. Any questions? So I will take it easy on the phthalo green. Yes. So let's get rid of that. And come on. There we go. There we go. Here we come back. Let's go over to our magic color palette. And we'll talk about colors. See, my palette knife is just almost all wore out from last week. I mean, there's a lot of the edges are just gone on it. Just kidding. Colors, pretty simple colors. We got just titanium white, cad yellow light. I got a few other cads here too, but I put them out because I couldn't find my cad with yellow light until I wasn't looking for it, and then I found it. So I have some cad yellow medium with my cad red light, my cad orange, and this is still that ochre. Still good. That's really still good from a couple weeks. That's pretty good. This over here is oxide red light. We got alizarin crimson, permanent alizarin crimson. My blue, cobalt blue hue by Utrecht. Phthalo green here, back in here. Oxide, this is transparent oxide red. And I also have some other reds over here, which, like anything else, they're up here. I'm not going to be using them, but they're red, cad red medium, and what is that? That's carmine red. Don't need them today. Big things, going to need some big brushes. synthetics, gonna have some bristles. Then we'll bring in some other, regular smaller synthetics here to finish it off.
Jim, I have to ask this every class. Instead of, let's see, oxide red light, is it burnt sienna I use?
For the light, you could use a Venetian, or you can use Terra Rosa, or if you don't have either one, you can do oxide red light. I would burnt sienna with just probably a little cad red into it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Get some though. It's been too long.
Yes, you're right.
You mean I think Florida should be able to get some paint there.
There's always Jerry's Artorama.
There it is. She can do it. All right. I'm going to be using safflower oil. I'm just putting out some new stuff. All right. See that phthalo green gets everywhere. What a mess. All right. Speaking of mess, let me see color wise. Of course, this is down. Yeah, this is a little cooler. This is cooler than what it is on my screen, and you guys probably got. So, but we'll get going here. I'm gonna mix up a couple phthalo greens first. Sorry, phthalo greens, alizarin and phthalo green, of course, right? That's gonna be this purple in the middle here. That's gonna be all this stuff. It's gonna be purple, phthalo green, and alizarin. So a little bit of phthalo green, a little bit of alizarin. Nope, not that color. I don't. Just here. All right. So that should be a good color. You can see that that's purple, kind of grayed out, and gray out nicely in the next stage. Another one, phthalo green again. And we need to get some, I'm looking at, I know this foam color down in here, and then probably right before it turns to the cooler red green, you're going to find a little bit of red in that color. And that's where the green. And that would be probably, I'm thinking you're going to be, it could be this oxide red light and phthalo green. So I'm going to do one on both sides, but it also could be cad red and phthalo green. So we'll probably have to mix that color up too. So I have one on the red side, one on the green side. Definitely another color you see in here is phthalo green and blue. That's going to be heavily into the back. So you're going to need one on the blue side. Back in here. Let me take that away. I don't need that much green. Then one on the blue side, blue's side. Green this one. Don't even need that much. All right. Gonna do You would do blue and oxide red. Just a kind of grayed out. This is always a nice kind of just a grayed out purple. I think I can get it wanted at. It might be high key. I might be able to use it high key into these shadows. That's what I'm thinking. So probably one on the really kind of more blue side than red. Okay. Anything else? Nothing else right now. So let's take these colors, split them. Yeah. Keep them at eighths. So just a little bit of white. This is the, of course, the phthalo and that's where I want it to go. That's not bad. But it's at 9 right now. Get the rest there. I want to make sure that these colors separate out too a little bit. Oh boy, that's in there. That's definitely in there. But I'm going to put a little more red into it. It's was getting a little close to that blue side of it. I can see this color in there a lot. All right, these next two colors should be pretty good too. So we're going to move oxide red and phthalo green. On the green side, I always kind of see it comes down to like a seafoam green at the end. So that's why I was just thinking it was going to happen here. And a muddy, grayed out color here from the red. Which, you know, I can see it down in here, and you can see it in here a little bit, but oh, a little bit too much into that. Okay. This is on phthalo and green and phthalo and blue. Well, it could probably get in the bottom area here. Let's see what this is. This is the blue side, which I was hoping I was going to have. Doesn't. It's not a huge. Didn't cool off quite as much. Definitely in there. This better. Cooler the better. So I might even cool it off a little bit more with some more blue. Not really get it. So these two have a little bit bigger step between them, because I can always mix the two and get that. Yeah, that's even closer to the background back there. Okay. So then we got the oxide red and blue here. See, all these purples, blues will really be nice when they, because they're going to just make the green of this light green just pop when we get there. It's a little dark. Where can I go? I'll find a place. Might put a little bit more blue into that too. just get the richness going in it. Just a little gray sides. Pump it up with a little bit more blue. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Now the lights. We basically have the darks, medium, now the lights. Definitely, I'd like to see take all these guys down one more to about a 3, because the more I have to play with at that area, I mean, I still got to do the greens, but I think I'm going to get. Oops, should have cleaned my knife a little bit out of this one. I think that some of these colors definitely don't need that much of that. There's going to be at least half white going into each one of these guys. Get them to about a 3. That will help, at least in the lights, start the mid-tone of the whites down in here. So when you can get it to about a 3, that's a 4 right now. That's phthalo green and alizarin. And that's pretty much a nice gray. That's pretty much right down the middle. And this is the blue side, purple, or the alizarin side. So it's more of a purple. And you can see, yeah, you can start to see that in there. And these greens. These guys, I was thinking were going to be more in the water, floating on the water areas in here, down underneath the way. So definitely make sure you get them to at least 3s, maybe even go to 2s if you want. Here it is. That probably good. It's a 3. That's right there. So the brown one should be just as good. At least I say it's brown because it's looks brown compared to the green next to it. Yeah, that'll be nice. Okay. We'll see where this goes. We'll do the blue. Yeah, that's really nice. Now these purples here, these guys grade down, right? These blue and oxide red, white. Definitely, I was thinking that these guys might end up over in here. Yeah, they'll be in there somewhere. Maybe more on the blue side than the red side, though. Let's see if that's it. And then we'll look at some couple specialty colors. See, that's getting there. Just a little bit more blue, I think, in that.
Is this the blue and the Venetian or the?
Yes. This is oxide red light and blue. These two.
Okay.
This is on the red side. That's on the oxide, the blue side. Still very high. I mean, I think we're gonna get in here. Nice. Still have some nice colors yet. Okay, now warm up colors are kind of specialty colors we need for this one. I'm going to start off, I'm going to look for this green first. I'm going to go with these blue greens and add yellow to them. Just a touch of yellow first. Let's see how they start to fit. That's not too bad. Because these guys also have a little bit of white in them already. And that white is probably what's really going to do the trick about keeping these guys in place. So I'm going to add just a little bit more yellow to that one. So this is just blue, phthalo green. Both these guys. One has, this is on the blue side. That's on the green side, I think. With just with yellow first. But now it needs to be brightened up. I mean, not to lighten up, but also some of the color kicked out of it. So I'm gonna add some white to it and bring it up to about a 3. So I could save a little bit of it, just a little bit of it up top. Might be a good idea, you never know. And then just add enough white to get in here. So this one feels warm, which is okay, because sometimes in the middle of these things you want to see. And then this side is the cooler side. Let's see how this one does. I get all these hairs. That's better. Just a little bit more white. And then I can also, if it gets too cool, a little red might be in there, but that's about right to get in there. And if I put it in, I want to gray it out. Sometimes you want to gray this color out. I just look over here and look for a purple that's about the same value. You can go with a sweet purple, with phthalo and oxide here, or what I'm going to do though, I am going to split these piles now and add a little bit of purple to them too. So let's go with the purple from alizarin and phthalo green. Why I'm doing this is just that I saw a few things right here at the edge of these guys. Maybe even go a little darker too. There's a little warmth, a little grayed out color of this going right up in here, right at the edge of the wave. So just a little phthalo green and purple alizarin together into one of these guys. Gray it out so we don't have. We can use it in a few places. You never know where else you might find it down in here too. Reflective colors. Boats, if you're going to put any boats or anything in there, make sure don't let them get too strong. Keep light. Last thing we need some whites. We need the high key things. So we're going to start off with just a dot of cad yellow, oxide red, or a warm one. Probably a cool one with alizarin. And we got our blue ones over here. I'm not too. So let's see what these guys do. Oh, I got a little green in that one. Alizarin. Get a high key pink. These are going to be probably, at these ones way up here. See, that's pink. Maybe it's not pink. Maybe it's green. It's a pink green now. Yeah, that's why, because I got green in my white a little bit. I probably should do better in cleaning my knife before I stick it. Grab colors, especially when I'm grabbing, I'm digging in here to grab white at the beginning of it and then finding out that I polluted the whole white pile. Use everything I have here white, and that'll be your highlights in here. Probably even, we'll see how high I have to go on that. I might, I always like to take it a little easier on that. All right. So let's go over the colors. That's about it, really, since we don't have any, if you want to put boats in it, I'd say you could start with a yellow white and maybe just add some oxide or orange to it, gray it out, maybe orange, a little green, for a white, if you're doing a whitish, sail or something like that. You can do colored sails, black sails. I've seen a lot of pretty much blue sails. Just don't do, keep it simple, I would. So we got phthalo green and alizarin here at the beginning. And we brought them down to about 8s. And that's going to go right in here, fill in this bottom third, 2/3 of the painting with these colors. Then we're going to come in and find the warmth on either side of that, especially when it starts, the wave starts to curl. It has to go back farther and come forward. These reds, warms, greens here will take us back a little bit. Sometimes they're supposed to come forward, but when you put them in the middle of a cool area, they pull it back a little bit. That's what we're going to be shooting for. Then we got our phthalo greens and blues mixes, green side, blue side. And then we brought them all down here, just like here too. We took them all down, made them values of 3. Not a whole lot of color in this one, which is good, but it's still, we got some nice finessing, some nice touches to do at the end. Over here we have blue and oxide red light. On the blue side, red side, bringing them down, you can see how grayed out they get. Those will be really nice. Nice to have some nice, even this is kind of a warm color. It's still nice to have in these guys. Then we got our got some pinks and purples down in here, pinks and purples over there, phthalo greens and alizarins, down over here. Then we mixed up our green and yellow. I just took it from over here. I took phthalo green and blue mixes and brought them down. This is on the blue side. This is on the green side. And I added cad yellow to them, cad yellow light to them. And then took them and we split them. We added just a little bit of white to get them up to the right value. These are a little bit dark, but that's going to be a nice transition color in there between, this red area and the richness and into the white. So we have that. And then we also took these same colors here and we added just a little bit of purple to them from up here, the phthalo green and alizarin up here. Brought that down just for little areas up in here that could go that color. Then we just made up our last highlight colors, just really kind of bright things. They're going to be yellows and whites, so we just cad yellow and light. And then pinks. I like to have a couple pinks. They look about the same. I'm going to make this one a alizarin, cad red light, because of I got some little green into my alizarin, and so it just turned warm. So I'm just going to push it a little bit farther warm and leave. This one over here is oxide red light. This is now cad red and white, which is good. It's good to have. So that's it for there. We're going to be moving on now to drawing it in. I would say, looking at this, I don't want something like a yellow in here, yellowish color on my toned background. I want something red, if nothing else, because that'll come through and keep the greens from being too strong. So I'm going to go with the oxide red, light as my tone color, because I just wanted to it'll gray out some of the greens, and I'll be able to put the greens on thicker that way, because they're going to have to mix with that red and get through there. So let's go back up going on it. I'll turn my stuff on. Any questions?
James, I primed mine with a little burnt umber. Should I just add a little oxide red to it?
Which one? Which you toned it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. It's good. No,
Umber will be okay.
You'll be fine. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Thanks.
Wait a listen to me too well. You probably already have it halfway painted, so
No,
it doesn't make you change it all now.
Just trying not to draw it so much. So
Yeah, it's okay. All right. Let me bring this in. I'll bring it in and give you that side as much as I can. All right, toning it. I'm going to tone it real quick. So we all saw that Lynette won a big fancy award she did. Congrats, Lynette.
Lots of money. No.
She's in the money. Yeah.
No,
And then yeah, she's in the money. And we have the others. Kathleen that's selling out the wazoo. I mean,
well, really.
I know. Yeah. When you make a sale, then all of a sudden you start looking at it. Oh, I made a sale. Then you start to see how much that you put into that painting. Besides,
I claimed taxes this year, and he told me I had to start making more money if I was going to show a profit.
Who's that, Jack? Or
no, my tax guy, because I got a seller's permit, so then I had to start turning everything in. Then you make even less.
Oh, I know. When you start paying taxes,
yeah,
that stuff, and then you pay. You have any shipping or anything like that? Oh God, it just kills you.
But my tax guy told me I could hang my paintings in his office, which was nice.
There you go. Another gallery.
Kathleen, you need to rent them to him.
Yeah, I thought, I don't know if I want to tie them
taxes.
all up there,
Free taxes at least, right?
Yeah, really.
Well, at least you're on it. That's the worst thing. I just like, oh God. Just gonna wait. There's always something better to do than taxes.
Yeah.
But okay. So the line up there probably, it's gonna be pretty high. It's all about the wave, so I'm gonna keep it right about 3-4 inches down. Then the big part of the wave, I like this one area here in the wave. This area here that kind of comes down and stuff. So I want that to be the thing that breaks the line up there. So, and coming in, making sure as a shape, it does what some things does, not too many straight lines in a one of these waves. Definitely everything's a arc of some sort, one way or another, It's the convex or concave there. It's going to go one way or the other. So think about that. And staggering things. Make sure they okay, so that's happening there. And there'll be some more stuff there and over here. So all of a sudden I moved that green area all the way out of the painting, out of just off the center a little bit more. So it's going to go over here, and then I'll get the other stuff here. So this stuff doesn't even have to be quite as big. All right. All the other stuff is lines in the water. Most of that stuff's going to get wiped away anyway. So it's better almost to put it in and then come back and if nothing else, wipe it out if it doesn't, gets too strong. This is where a good loose brush will be good too. I mean, you don't want to be, you want to be of confidence, and you can get things wrong on one of these guys, and you'll be in great shape. You don't have to be perfect on a wave at all, unless you're surfing. Okay, start off with our dark colors. As you can tell, this is, like I said, so well drawn out. Don't need much of a drawing. Phthalo green and alizarin. Definitely going to just thin it out pretty good. It's not going to go on very thick. So it is going to be thin and look a little dark.
Can you open this for me?
Me? Can
I don't
I?
know why they use these screwy lids on things.
I'm sorry, I can't reach it.
What color are you using there, Jim, please?
Phthalo green and alizarin, with a little bit of oil, push down. I'm not doing it very thick. It's pretty thin, in fact. Now I'll put it on, and then I'm going to, brush it out a little bit too.
Are you going towards the green side?
This is the green side, yes. Okay. This is the green side first, yeah. Green side. And just get the bottoms of these waves too a little bit, so the froth, the wave, the froth here too. Just get a little bit of that with this guy. Oh, it's working out pretty good. I like the, transparencies that are going on. And that's the thing that's why I always start with this paint the way it is full strength, even though I've mixed it to the right value and everything else underneath, because you aren't going to be able to get this again in your painting. You're never going to be able to get these transparencies like this again. With like these simple, I guess. That's why I like them. Pretty fast. Another thing, arcs. Everything is arcs with waves and anything. Like I said, convex, concave. That's all it is. Everything is. Everything is a nice long. So gonna leave this bottom here a little bit. Right here, what was left. This is like foam, some dead foam mixing with sand right in about here. So I wanted to just go for the crazy action here. Okay, next color, alizarin, and side of this color. I'm not sure if it's going to do much more. I'm going to put in just a little bit more alizarin. Sometimes when you thin it out, you can start to see the color, and I can just see it was very close to what I just put in. So it's like it's not gonna go in there. But I would put that maybe right next next to the green, where you think the green area is going to go. Just that coolness underneath here, and then maybe at the bottom of it, this shape, this big shape of shadow underneath here. Yeah. You're seeing what the staining ability is. Okay. All right. All right, clean my brush out. I'm going to go to the next color. The next colors are just the phthalo green and oxide red colors. The green, they're kind of a little more, a little dirtier colors. Basically, I think they were going to go. I could see a few right in the middle of this shape here too. Almost right before the purple. And put them in really big strokes, and then just blending them out, just slightly pulling them together to. Okay, so I'm trying to get everything done as much without white. Any of the white colors yet? Any colors with white in it? Trying to get all that done. And I'm putting the red in at the bottom here. I just feel like there's some warmth right in here. So that's where I'm going with the oxide red and right in here. But I'm keeping it toned down very light. And just gonna mess that area up. There we go. Might not have to do too much at all into this area. That's what I'm kind of hoping that I'd really rather not almost do nothing there, because I don't really want anybody to look there. And it's not important. All right. That was the tough part. Now to the easy parts. We got the phthalo greens and the alizarin, or phthalo and blues. So let's see how these guys do. I'm going to water them down a little bit. Definitely know I see it right in here. See how rich that is? It's I was looking at it for the back there, but I'm thinking that's going to be on the blue side. I'm going to put it in the blue side no matter what. Thinned out blue. Doesn't look that much difference. Well, you know, one of the colors I probably didn't mix up. You know, was the sky. I didn't pick up anything for the sky. Okay. I'm going to bring this in. I'm just going to even bring it into where I think the splashes are going to end up. Well, I know they're going to end up, but make sure I got a little bit of this blue green into that splash. And it's great to have it thinned out like this. A little even thinner. As you can try if I can get it just a hair thinner, lighter. It'll be lighter. Try and just see how much I can get in here. Because all this color here I'm putting in, you know, I want to show through these. When I put in white, I want this color to grab the white. Make sure it doesn't go away, you know, make sure the colors, you know, or make some noise. We got a little ways to go before we have to do that. But we want a mess. Definitely want a good mess. All right. Also, you know, since I'm on the blue side of the color, phthalo green and blue, now I'm on the blue side, definitely, you know, start looking this area down in here too for a couple lines of color. That you just want it just to come out at the end. My last shot at putting in a, you know, a decent dark with a lot of color before you kill it with white, right? Too far here. There you go. So, like I said, what I have left. Oh, I have left is blue and my
Yeah,
oxide here.
okay.
And they have commitments tomorrow, so have to be next time.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Okay, no worries. I am just gonna. This is phthalo green. No, it's not. This is blue and oxide red. No white. No white yet. I'm just gonna get it up to the top here. Get it in. Maybe pull it in from the sides a little bit. gonna be nice in these things. So you can start to see the translucency building up right in here. And that's beautiful kind of stuff you want in this area. And it's really interesting already. I don't even paint waves that often, so maybe I got to get the dogs to out to some big beaches and stuff. Get some of this stuff in there. That'd be fun. All right. Underneath here. All right, I'm gonna go back and start now. Let's go through and start the colors with just a little bit of white in them, right around eighths. I'm looking at that, thinking about putting in the sky first, though. Why? And just thinking about it because of, I'm going to have all this stuff splashing in up there. And I'm thinking, I probably should have this, the background made sense before I do that. So I'm going to take, I got some down here, I got some, our number 3 value of phthalo green and blue. Send just a touch more blue to it. I'm going to get the middle part and then work up. I'm going to want to get closer to the halfway point. I'll just switch over to number 3. About a little bit. Lighten it up at the horizon. So the horizon's halfway light. Okay. I think the value is pretty good for the water. I might go, let me see. This is blue and phthalo green. This is on the blue side. I'm going to put the blue side farther back and then come to the green side as I get closer to these guys. Hopefully that will give me some space. And just keep it really rough there. Don't want to get too bright, too pretty. But as I get into closer to the froth areas, I'll just hit the green side just a little bit more right in here. Okay. And that'll do it. Might end up lightening up that line again. We might bring some of this sky back into this guy here. at this very back here. Went a little bit not dark enough, too light, not light enough on this side right here. All right. There we go. And painting's blocked in at this point. That's pretty great. I'm just going to go through and we're going to go back here. Now I get clean a little bit of this color off my brush, but I don't have to get too much off because this color is really going to be throughout the painting. I'll start with blue and phthalo, blue. It's phthalo green and alizarin. Probably, like I said, at 8, which is going to be right here in the middle, a little bit underneath that. You know, this big shape. It's just going to start right about in the before I get into the warmth. So I'm going to right in about here. Works its way in. And just going to put it in. Quick blend. Just a quick blend. I want stuff to happen in the stroke. I don't want a lot of it being opaque. We put in all these other colors, you know, in here. We don't want to just blow them out. So it's always just a light touch. Okay. All right. And then the over here to the purple side. It's kind of like I said, I thought I saw that coming forward just a little bit because that kind of feels like a blue. And this has the red in it, even though it just comes forward to that just a little bit. But at one point, when you put enough white into this color, it'll fall back behind here. That's the cool thing about this. These two colors, just they kind of switch spots visually. Okay. Okay. Trying to just get a little bit of arbitrary shape softening here with my brush. Just this color, just trying to keep it a little exciting. Okay. Go to the next one, next colors. This is the greens. I say greens because they are kind of the warm greens. These are phthalo green and oxide red. This is the green side. Yeah. And that's where I want to get it in here. This is where you take it easy when you put this thing in, this color in, because you'll get rid of everything you did on there really easy. It's kind of a very kind of opaque color compared to everything else right now. So I'm taking it. Don't want to lose that purple in there either. That was kind of good. I like that. This is that brown. This is, I say brown, but it's going to feel greenish. It looks brown on the thing. Not a whole lot of spots for it yet. At this rate, I don't want to put it in here. I don't want to dirty up this area too soon. And I want to. The thing is also, like you see this how it's blending here. Yeah, this could go a little bit softer, but not by much. There's still other stuff that's going to be coming on top of this. And so I want to keep it, that's where I want the translucency. So that's why I want to just see a lot of stuff going on in there because of the next thing that's going to come over is going to be something even more chaotic, and it will draw your eye away from that, and just everything's just going to pull together. Let's see. We went through our midtones almost already. I can do this. This is the blue, but I use this up here. I could definitely see it back in here a little bit in a couple lines. They're going to be pretty small. Okay. All right. I'm gonna put in just a little bit of this green. This is a phthalo green and oxide red. I'm just gonna put just a touch more green into it. My ox with white, so it's just a little bit funkier than it is. It's just very gray. It's such a gray color. I want to punch it up with just a touch of phthalo green into it, so it's thin. And I'm going to keep it really thin. And I want to get something in this area here before I put anything in here with white. I just want to have that in there. Okay. All right, I'm going to switch brushes to a smaller synthetic. I could go bristle, but I could go with bristle. Yeah, some bristle might be good. All right. I'm going to go with the green. All right, this is where I told you. Nice big strokes. I'm going to go with the rich colors underneath. This is the without white in them. And just get them in here underneath. See if you can do it with like minimal strokes. Yeah. And down, come back and just do one softening stroke at the bottom of it. Okay. Get the dirt off your brush. And then I'm going to dive in and go dig in here. I'm going to go with the cool side first. And I'm going to use that in this area on this one. Push it out and then pull it back in. When I get here, just twist it off a little bit. Then on the warm side, right here in the middle, I'm going to go, this is just a little bit warmer. One big stroke, and then see if I can just soften it down. Just too much, too much. Okay. It's going to wipe that green out a little bit. At least that whiteness, get that white out of my brush. Go back to a synthetic. See if I can just do a soft blend at the bottom. Okay. I do think the bristle's the way to go for the rest, some more of these other areas. Also, I just want to get this green to kind of get into this edge of the wave here for the foam. That little smoosh. So I'm just gonna smush it down, push it down, just pull it. Definitely probably might go just a little even warmer. Middle section, I was thinking here. All right. All right. So I'm going to switch over to a big bristle brush. This is like a 1.5 inch one. Bigger, one of my bigger ones. Making sure it's more paint in it. So I'm gonna make sure I got that out here before I go to these purples here. I'm going to use do that H we talked about. Right in here, it comes down pretty much right into here, and then right here before it gets to the edge, it kind of turns in and forces you back into the painting. I'm going to do it first with a mid-tone of oxide red, phthalo green, and the alizarin on the alizarin side. This is close to 8, but I'm going to add just a little bit of the lightness to it and probably bring it to about a 7. And I'm going to get in here. I need to get all the way over here. And I'm going to start with a straight thing and then come down, twist it, and then just rock and roll it when I come down here. Lay it flat and just roll it out of here. And then at the end, just bring it back around. That's just the underneath section. It is just a hair dark too. So I'm going to go back in and twist the brush one more different way.
And the color there, Jim, is
phthalo green and alizarin on the alizarin side, with just white. It's just like an 8, but I added enough white to make it a 7. And what I'm trying to do is just try to get as much out of one, brush on here as I can, and then fixing it up the sides. I mean, if you wanted to, go all the way and, do these exact, you can do that too. But I always kind of find that feels just as natural to take and draw your paint out and twist it with the brush. Feels almost the same thing. And if you're not looking at the photo, it's really just as good. So I'm going to be going with the bristle brush pretty much for a long time here. So I'm using a big one too, because I don't want to be too careful. This is a right I just there. That was still that purple. It's I say purple. It's phthalo green and alizarin, but I was on the red side. I'm going to come back now with on the blue side or the green side. Same value. I just put it in there, and then I'm going to put this over top of it, and you can just see what it does. It just jumps. Same value, just the coolness of it, and I can just put it in here, and it just feels lighter than it is. It's really still like a very dark color, but that's about it for that area. And the thing is just to keep as much action, just rolling that brush off. Okay. Now I'm going to come back and just do the same thing. Come back and look at the ones where I put the purple on over here. There's a few spots and it could go lighter. And I'm mostly in the middle of this section here. I want to get this stuff done. And then before I clean my brush or done with this color, I want to start over here and start doing some of these littler stuff. And definitely a very light touch, trying not to let too much get, really letting the paint and this is still the cool side. We're just going to do the warm side, and that one should really start to set this thing up. But look for some nice arcs underneath here. There's a couple really nice ones from up here that go underneath and through, and there's one that comes over way from here and just kind of grabs right here, and then get thins out, thickens up a little bit here, and then kind of goes across. That's a beautiful little stroke. That's good stuff. So I wanted to get that stuff in. Little stuff. Starting to get complicated though. It's kind of because I start to lose some of these cleaner areas. So I have to come back and push those out, or like I said, it just gets busy and can't tell what's going on anyway. All right. Also, I think this color here, this is phthalo green and alizarin. Probably going to go to the lighter version of it. And just start to get the blast here. This is stuff right underneath the, almost right underneath the big, splashes going out and stuff. So this is where, like I was saying, a bristle brush is just like a great brush for this. Keeps you from getting a too strong an edge, and just nice thing. All right. Just gonna soften this one spot here. I got this one spot here. I don't right there, trying to get it to sit right. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna go to a smaller bristle. Will this work? And I'm gonna just start working the tops of these guys a little bit. Maybe I should now. I'm gonna go with a synthetic. See if that works. Yeah. A little bit more purple in that. All right, I'm going to go and start putting in my lighter colors. Now I'm going to go with, oh, this is lighter, but it's not too much lighter. Still phthalo green and alizarin. I saw it right in here, really strong. I'm putting it in like that, give yourself a nice strong edge. Finding those first spots to put your paint in, so you can get, what needs to be full strength, when it gets down here, and then what needs to be less. I'm gonna go with a little bit of Moving over here to phthalo green and alizarin. No, phthalo green and blue, or and white. Pretty high key right there. Just didn't get it. Just a little chicken to go as late as it was calling. Just put it in, jiggle it around, and just keep twisting when you go to get off here. Especially when you get off here, just twist your brush a little bit, flick it, give it a few things, create some interesting stuff that, had to paint it. Might take a lot longer. Get it in there like that. Gonna go just a little bit warmer here in the middle. Phthalo green and oxide red with a lot of white. Right in here, this midsection, right in the middle of that green area here. Just a little bit warmer. It's not that, just this warmth kind of gets in there, and that's almost too light. Let me go darken it out. Yeah, that's much better. Just a little darker version of it, and it goes right in between the foam on the top and the green part of the wave underneath. Okay. Okay. So I got pretty much that. I'm just looking at the, really brighter colors in here, and I just want to, put those guys in till I get all the, kind of greenish values in here. I need a little bit. So I'll be just taking a little bit of more blue into these wild greens I have in here. See if I can get a few more. Just a little bit. I got aggressive. I tried to, I must say, and I just, the pressure of the brush just sometimes just push down a little bit too heavy, which is okay. It's still fun. It'll still have all the strokes. There you go. I'll work down in here a little bit, look for some warmth. Also, if I go back, this is like a good time to, where I get too far, like I said, a few of these areas just got a little bit pushed away before I get into my highlights. Just make sure I get them back a little bit. Going in and just getting a little bit of the underneath foam here and just kind of pulling it together here. This is just paying attention to what's going on, so you're not going too fast. You can just pay attention to what the colors has happened, so you don't just mess things around. This is what I'm trying to do, is save this one spot here. Try not to do too much to it. And over here, just a few more things, a few more darkness areas. Just okay. Last little thing, looking for those little, rays on top here a little bit. A little bit of foam. Thinking about doing these guys. I'm seeing how that looks. That's just a little too, no color to it. That was blue and oxide red I was trying there. And I said there was no color to it. This is green and oxide red. And I'm going to tone it down a little bit so it's not too rich. And I'm going to push against everything and just twist my brush and push. Get the lot nicer free lines sometimes that way. And that's about it. Just get right there. And everything else is in the sun. Get these little dots. A little more green in that color. Touch too much white. It's still just a touch more. I think I'm gonna put some yellow green into it. Bring some yellow green into my, yeah, much better. That's what it needed. Need this real warmth. So some of the yellow green, I put it into my oxide green and oxide red on the green side with white in it. Just with white, it probably, it was just too light. So I went darker, and then, but it really wasn't the darkness. It was temperature just was not rich, warm enough to get in here. So it was just kind of almost like when it hit here, it just become white. So it just didn't have any color. So it's too chalky. So it just needed to be warmed up. So I got that in there, and there. That's even probably a better solution. Getting it in here against these purples and stuff, really get that feel to it. I'm just going to keep going that direction a little bit for a few spots over here in this area here that just go there. Okay. That made up a nice thing to it. Okay. Okay. I'm going to head back to a synthetic, big and synthetic now. I'm going to start working on the spray a little bit. You know, this is just a little nice thing, just needs a couple finger pushes and things like that. But I want to get a little bit of the spray going. Let's see. I'm going to go with, let me try this. This is a green oxide and oxide red with white, pretty light. What I'm thinking about here is being kind of just a little bit grayed out, so it work. It's looking like it will work. So it's really about a 3 with white, so it has a little bit of green into it. And if you want to kick it with a little bit of this warm green in here, that might be a really good idea. I'm just going to hit a few spots here. Start to think about the big things that are going to go in here. So basically I'm doing the under softening so I don't have to come back and do it. So let's just soften the edges, these big shapes. Most of the way that stuff comes off these peaks, whenever it peaks, like right in here, these two should peak up. So that's about it with that. Okay. All right. Now this is where I'd say I'd use my knife. Now that we're all used to using the knife, we might as well, we don't have to play around anymore. We know what we're doing. We're experts. So we can use this thing and do all the stuff we need to do to finish getting someplace on this night. Okay. I'm gonna start off with pink. I don't know. I always kind of I start off with pink, white, because it kind of just, it goes. It can pretty much go anywhere. So if I put it in, I don't put it in perfectly. It's okay. As long as I'm just not going to put it in the place where it has to be right. I can put it in these other places where I get a place with it. And if I lay it down flat like that, that was a good texture. That was a good texture. You might have to play with the shape, but the texture of that came up pretty good. And that was just, this is a little bit of the warm red. This is a cad red in it. And so I'm just kind of pushing it in here and laying it in. I'm not trying to mix, just letting it kind of go in here now. And just letting the stuff underneath, the linen underneath, just kind of create the pattern I want. Soften it a little bit more right up here. Now I'm getting feeling the knife a little bit. Now I can feel where it's going to go. I can start to feel more comfortable putting it in. Putting it in, just pushing it. You know, putting it in a little teeny gob. You know, putting it in, you can put it in flat and then just come back in and push it a few times so you don't lose the energy of that one first dab. That was a good one. Don't mess it up. Okay. So there's one right here behind it. Comes up bigger. Well, it's really smaller, but I made it bigger. Put it in so it gets a little strong, and then just coming back in and just pushing your knife around the outside edges, and softening the shape up that way. I'm just going to go with this one color as far as I can. Pink goes great with this stuff too, I must say. It's just, this green stuff, just like sometimes you just need more color though too. So, oh, there we go. Came out there. And just drawing that little foam line just with the edge of the knife. It's all you need to do. You know, just use that little, grab a little bit of paint on the tip, draw it in. Okay. So that's it without any, the hot spots yet. This is just using pink. I was just using alizarin or phthalo green and cad red and light and white is my pink. And I'll look at, bringing in blue and white and to soften up some of this foam. It's just gonna be in the cooler sections usually. I didn't go very far. It's not a put it in, just push it down. That's it. All right. Now I'll put in the yellow, white, pretty much. And I'm going to put it right next to where this pink is, right here. Comes down to here. I got to really got to make sure I pass the horizon line with it, because I don't want to, stop on it. I have to pass it. So need a little more paint there on that. And it needs to be a little more organic. It starts to get too too perfect, and push the paint in. When it's toned down, when I put it in full paint, like white and yellow one, there's only, like I said, a few spots. I'm gonna put that in like that, full strength. Mostly everything else is gonna be little dots or smushed around. It's not gonna. You don't want it to go all that way. And see this how it starts to spread out around these spots here. Just grabbing it with the knife tip and just being able to pull that paint. All right, so down in here, this is another spot I get a little bit more full white or full yellow white against this pink right in here. Now it's just manipulated a little bit. Everything kind of just like goes to a point. And then take it, just pull it down, grab a piece of paint, just pull it straight down. Darken and lighten up this area. So the knife does come in handy. So you guys did not get away without, gotta get some of that in here. That works good. I just need to lighten up this area here. That's on the back of the phthalo green. I know where it is now. I know it's that phthalo green alizarin on the green side. Just right in here a little bit. Toes of the wave right here. Just lose this edge here. Okay. Now, like I said, just coming down in this area here just to loosen up a few of these things here, kind of pull them together with the tip of your knife. Pull things out and push them back and forth.
Hey guys,
Hey guys, what's up?
it's Sharon. I'm gonna sign off. I'll check in with you guys tomorrow.
Okay. How'd you
Okay.
do? You done?
No, I'm not done. But I'll watch the tape.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Good night.
Night. I think my waves hit, there we go. One little spot. Okay. I don't know. I'll just pull a few of these together to pull these two guys together a little bit.
Jim,
Yeah, you're
I'm
done.
gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go too. I'll send you photos.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Good
That's
night.
night. What? Am I running late here? What is this? Past everybody's bedtime.
Not quite 9 o'clock yet.
I know. What is up with these people? One of the things when you're doing this little stuff here, it's always again small little arcs. Everything's little teeny arcs. As you get, get in here, little teeny arcs. Okay. Uh, that's we're moving pretty quick on this one. So
Some of us.
yeah, well, yeah. Tell your story, Walk. I don't want to hear anything else from you, girl. Ah. Just trying to bring some life into this area without getting too much. There we go. Nothing on my knife now. I'm just using broad, just pushing paint around, trying to get pulling some of these guys, these spots. They don't get the tips of the shape doesn't get long enough or skinny enough. It doesn't come to a point enough. So sometimes just by grabbing it with a knife and pulling it, you'll draw it out, right, and you'll get that point or create a point. There we go. Pull these two together. There we go. That's the kind of stuff I want. All right. So say this is pretty good. This is getting there really, got there pretty fast. There's some really nice things going on in here. Just like I said, if we wanted to add boats, things like that in the back, would be nice to do. A lot of times when I get to here at this point, yeah. Let me see if I throw in. They're just little triangles, patch things. I'll put, one over here, about right here, little thing. That's almost too big. He has to be really small. The bigger you do it, the bigger you make it, the more they look at it. If you mean it as just a little, line of a brush, just to break it up. A couple of really small ones on the horizon, just little teeny pink dots, back there. That's all you need. Shadow would probably just go back to the full value of blue and phthalo when you see it back in there. See, even dark ones. See how dark that one? That's okay. So that kind of stuff, and then there's always putting in little things. You want to put some air into it now. Definitely want to look at that. In these areas here, just pushing some paint around. Definitely when you got this kind of yellow couple dots in here, we'll give it a little bit more life. Get rid of that stuff. It always comes in handy way up here. When you get up here to the couple little dots. And you can just, pull these boats in together. You can throw these dots at it, and just pull these boats right into the wave. Something like that. Yeah, the farther you get the spots away from the main shape too, you know, that really shows a lot of action. That creates a lot more force to these things too. So just a couple more over here. Got a little too spotty right there. Too many by themselves. Okay. So this is right where Linda lives, right? This is right, this is what she looks at every day.
Yep, my house is right there on that little bit of sand right there.
Right here. You got an ocean view or not?
No, I have a little pond view, but that's about it.
Oh, okay. Any crocodiles yet?
Oh yeah. We have our own little crocodile in our pond. When he reaches about 5 feet, then they come and rehome him.
Oh yeah. After he takes his first dog.
Yes, Daisy.
Oh, Daisy liking it there?
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Good.
What was the temp today?
73 today.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's the nice winter weather.
It is, because about a week ago it was not very nice at all. But as I was saying before, you get used to not being in cold.
Yeah. That's true. I know that's why everybody likes snowbirds, right?
Yeah.
Everybody goes down there for the summer or winter. All right. So I put a little bit of everything in. I can't think of anything else to do. So it's like when you get to that point, that's usually where I stop. I mean, there are little, I could take a small brush.
So all those highlights, do you have white paint on that or is it canvas?
Anything in the blue up in there above, that's just canvas.
What about like the top of the waves?
This stuff's all paint.
That's all paint?
That's all paint. Mostly with bristle brush for the base, the back shape, the base shape, and then coming back in with the palette knife over it, and got with gobs of paint for the main, light. So
Looks great.
it's a fun little painting. I thought it would be fun. I didn't think,
Yeah. Something kind of loose.
loose and a little crazy, a little abstract, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I was thinking. And then, you just put boats in there and that's all you need. You don't need a whole ton more.
Hey, James, can we do an eagle sometime, or have you already done that in class?
No, I have never done an eagle. An eagle?
Yeah, like an American eagle.
Yeah. Can I do it my way, or do you want to do
Any way you want. I mean, I'm game. A lady at the show said she wanted me to paint her an eagle, and I'm like, okay. That would be great if we did one in class.
oh yeah. Wouldn't it be?
Well, it would help.
I don't blame you. I'll see what I have. That's a good, I've not, we haven't done any, too many birds
Yeah.
and things and stuff. So
Everybody else doing it.
yeah. So I'll bring it in. You guys can sort of see what we were just talking about. Oh, let me get this a little closer. Oh, okay.
Nice.
You can start to see the craziness. That's the thing. He's trying to keep it very organic, very, just nice shapes and drawing them out. A lot of arc, simple things, not too many, not any straight lines, big old shapes over here. Another nice, then this one right here that still steals the show, but then this one comes back to help it out a little bit. And then you have this one over here. So you get a little bit to see all the way through it. Then I'm just going to keep it really simple down in here. I'm not going to be doing too much at all, anything else down there. It's just going to get too busy. Might be a line. The boats themselves, you can see there's just scratches right now. I'll see what, stand back from it and see if they need to be more exact. Sometimes maybe a dot of red, like a little flag on the very top. But nothing detailed, no lines of any, no rigging or anything like that. Just simple things. All right. So what time we got? We got about, we're 10 after or 19 after. 10 after. So, and I don't have any jokes. So let's see what you guys have. I can give you guys another 5 minutes to work if you want. But if somebody wants to start showing, I mean, we had people falling asleep here and leaving us. So, I'm game.
So mine, it's kind of
Kim, I'm ready.
There we go. There we go.
All
All right. We got Mike and we got Kathleen here. Both.
I'm ready
battling
too.
up. Oh, there we go. There's Laura. Oh, that was Laura. That was Lori. Okay, who's up? Oh, well, Lori's wait. Mike spoke out first. So let's see, Mike. Whoa, Mike.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
All right, Mike. What were you thinking?
That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Wow, Mike, that's
It wasn't
really
probably what
that,
helped.
that is really nice. Nice angles. Much better than much better than the photo, buddy. The angles you gave it underneath that those things really created some nice speed to go along with the major splashes back there. Yeah, the colors really right on. I'd say the only thing I'd say soften that back line of the horizon. If you want to put anything back there, do it. Not, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
That thing can stand on its own. That thing has some nice motion to it.
Yeah, thanks. I had fun with it. Appreciate you doing it.
Oh yeah, no worries, bud. That's great.
Thanks.
All right, let's go to Lori
Okay.
and see what she did. Oh,
Wow.
look at that. You dived into that thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
About halfway through, I switched to the knife because the brush wasn't cooperating.
Yeah? You becoming a knife person? I figured you'd pull out the knife and go for it. Oh, that's looking nice. That's a real fun. Has some real action going on in the underneath there. I love the way it's, you got the, just the squiggles in there. and stuff. It's coming along really great. I'd say watch out for the yellow green. Just for you, it could be the video. It looks a little yellowish
Okay.
and stuff. Just make sure it's up to you. If it's really nice. Just keep it going throughout. Then, if you're going to keep a yellow green,
Okay.
that's fine. That's fine too. Find a few other spots for it. Otherwise, yeah, I love. Hey, the indications, those like little dot indications of boats back there, those like was that water?
Yeah, I just kind of watched you look at it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I wasn't sure if those are the boats, or if you mean those are the boats, if those are gonna be part of the splashes.
boats or
Yeah,
gulls. I don't know.
yeah. No, I just like the little dots. I like the stuff. Good, and you could use them, as you get into the splashes too, a little bit more away from the top tips and stuff. Sometimes that adds a lot of, caught energy.
Okay.
I like that. That's nice.
Was starting
Congrats.
to smear with the blue.
Is it? Okay. I think it's really cool. It's a good, really great splash. Keep going.
Okay, thank you.
Nice job. All right, Laura, let's go see Laura.
Me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, Laura, you got Laura, and then we got to see Linda.
Whoa.
Oh, look at this.
My gosh, that's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Wow. Somebody's not scared of phthalo green in this group, isn't she? She dived into that color and just smushed it in there, nice and strong.
Who is that?
Wow.
Linda Mack?
No, I wish.
This is Laura.
Oh, Laura, nice job.
Nice job is right. Good work. Okay. Let's see what we can slap her around on. You're only halfway done though, aren't you?
Yeah, sure.
No, how far you just got how are your shadows in the whites and stuff? Are they dark enough, or they a little too light?
Probably a little too late.
Okay. That's all I was looking at. I
Yeah.
love the energy though. The giant, the crashings and stuff, the reverse crashings are really nice. You got some nice translucency going on in even in those light colors. That's really great to have. Yeah, it's just one of those things. You got everything now. Just start to tone it right. Go back and make your adjustments in the shadow areas for you don't have that white too white on the left side there. That's just keep for because that's stealing a lot of the show of all the other things.
Mhm.
So I get it to play well. Just that, and I like it. Yeah, it's coming along great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Keep it up. All right, Linda Mac, turn your video on.
Oh, gee, this is
Your last one too. What happened there?
this is a disaster. Hang on.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it is. It looks like nothing at all. Like it looks like some, I don't know, who knows what. Where am I? Wait, where am I? That's not me. Is that me?
You're in the kitchen. You're in the kitchen.
I am in the kitchen.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, right there. That's good.
Hang on.
Okay, you got your greens. You went with your blue purples and stuff. Yeah, you probably went a little bit on the red side than on the purple side. It looks like this is pretty accurate. It looks like, and that's just a nice, easy change. I think you're probably just a hair dark underneath in your midtones.
Okay.
You got perfect dates and.
Doesn't look like a wave.
Oh, the thing is, yeah, underneath there, you're probably gonna have to get a little bit more, quick smears, a soft blur, right at the edge of the dark to that light, that green, and you might need to put a little bit more. You got a little bit of this green over to the right there, on the edge of it. More of that into it. That's all you're missing. That's all you're missing. You got the light, which is really important. Now come back with that green and just stroke it underneath, about halfway down, to the greens and soften that back bottom edge. That's all you have to do. And then darken right underneath the white, just a little line of shadow foam underneath it. That's all you need. And that'll change it. That'll change everything. And then your it's really just a small contrast problem you're having in the middle of the of that shadow area. I think that the foam is just too light, and the dark is just too dark. So it's almost just basically. I think if you touch that stuff a couple times, just run your brush over it. Just a couple times, it'll push it right into space, right in the right spot. The dark might need a few more spots of lighter color put in, but I think you can go over the foam and just run your brush over it a few more times. Just roll it over a few times, and it should it should tone itself out.
Okay.
That's what I would do. Otherwise, the other stuff on the side, the lights are coming along pretty well. Don't be, you can put a little bit more blue into the shadow areas on that one left side. And but I love the top. The top is perfect.
Yay! That's
the top perfect. You got some craziness going on there, which is perfect for you. And I love the brush strokes. I love the brush strokes at the very top of the wave and stuff. It's just now diving in a little bit deeper on the bottom part. And I think, because you got a lot of block. You got a lot of same size shapes.
Yes.
Right in that box. So pull them together. That's all you got to do is just pull the shapes together a little bit, and you'll be fine.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you so much.
I think it's gonna be fabulous. Yeah, it will be.
Thank you for the encouragement.
No worries.
All right. Where did Lynette sign off? Okay.
Yeah, she's gone. She's these people, they win awards and stuff, and then they're gone. They can walk away anytime they want.
Who needs James Swanson anymore?
Nobody needs me. That's the thing. I'm gone. I'm just going to go to Europe and not come back.
There you go.
And that's it. I'm going there and staying this time.
Good. How long?
We're there 2 weeks. Got two workshops back to back.
Wow. Good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, France and the Italy one, right?
Yeah. 2 Tuscanies, basically. Should be fun. Should be fun.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. All right. Well, I'm going to keep working on this. I don't want to get discouraged. So
no, don't. Yeah, keep going on it. Just those little things I told you to do. We'll do it. You just don't let, find a nice way to, pull those shapes together in underneath, kind of like in here where
exactly.
You don't see it. You don't see it. Just pull them together.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. All right. Good night.
Good night. All right, guys.
You gonna look at mine?
Oh,
shit. We were out of here. We were out here. And she was telling us good night, folks, giving us signing off.
I might have forgotten. But
ooh.
I don't know, my light's kind of bright, but it needs a lot still, but
nice.
There's some excellent action going on, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
Starting to muck up, but at the bottom, I don't know what to do with it. But
don't do hardly anything at the bottom. Don't pay too much. Just cut it off. Just make sure you don't have a line going across the bottom of your painting. So that's all I did is just push it to a corner and let it be sand. Whatever, don't even think about it.
All right.
Concentrate on things. Your colors are fabulous. The greens look good, really good. The bright greens underneath there, strong. You got some dynamic, explosive splashes going on. That's really great. You got a little bit of a glare going on here, so it's hard to go any farther.
Because it's in the ceiling. That makes it worse.
So yeah, it looks.
If I try to move it, I'll probably
tendency to be warm. Yeah, but that's
That's something. But well, now you can see a little better on the side. But anyway.
Yeah. I can see what you're doing there. That's fun. That's a lot of fun.
I need it after today. I started working on your son's painting and I screwed up his face.
Oh, well, don't tell him that, you know. That's another, that was going to be a big sale coming up too, you know that.
I know. So then I wiped it all out and the dog, and now I got to do it all over. And that's noodle stuff.
Oh man.
I should have listened to you and just left it. But
I know, that's okay.
The
That's
boy in
okay.
the boat? Is this the dog and the boy in the boat?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so good. So good.
Well, it isn't anymore. He's headless.
You were done. I thought you were done.
I know. I thought it was too. And then I started doing a few improvements and that turned into a nightmare.
Oh God.
anyway.
No,
But-
you know, those happen all the time. So there's nothing.
Yeah. That's what I thought. It's a lesson, right?
It is, you know, and sometimes they're hard. You got to get back to it. You'll finish it up and fix it up. That's all you got to do. You just got to do it. I
Oh,
feel
yours
for it.
looks amazing.
Yeah. So,
All right. Well,
all right.
Thank you.
Okay. We'll
Great.
look for Eagles at some point coming up in the near future. And,
that would be awesome.
and,
They're great sellers, I think.
go for the money.
Got to
You
pay
know.
for these art supplies.
All right. All right. If they're big sellers, we're definitely going to be doing them from crows and eagles.
Yeah, people like crows too. I know.
Yeah, they seem like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we've done crows too many times already. So, you know, I got to wait for you guys to ask for them now. But eagles, I'll look and see what I got. I thought I just picked out an interesting eagle one, but it wasn't like your standard profile. It was a more.
That's okay. I think.
I thought it was more interesting.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Okay.
All right.
All righty. Good night. Good night.
All right,
Great to
guys.
see everybody.
Thank you. You too.
Hopefully, we'll see you all next week.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.